Harriet's nephew, and his name is Les Goldstein. Les?
Oh, yes, thank you. I brought my dog today.
You brought your dog?
Yeah.
Well, you got to raise it so everything...
I couldn't find anybody to be a babysitter for her. So, if anybody would like to know, my dog's name is Hot.
Hot?
Yeah, Hot dog. The Hot dog. And he's really a terrific dog because everything he sees, he eats. And that's the kind of dog he is. But I love him, you know.
I have a watchdog at home.
You do?
Yeah, the other day a burglar came in the house and he watched.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Would you like to...
I'd love to see this. This is a little bit like a dachshund.
Yeah, well, not quite.
I met Gene Autry once. He told me to get a dachshund.
Oh.
Well, he said get a long little doggy.
Right, that's true. But anyway, enough with the dogs.
Okay, I'm gonna put the...
Yeah.
Now that you're in front of all these nice people,
Yes.
you're in the business. You got the jacket, you got the bow tie, you got Michael Jackson's glove.
Right.
Why do you have Michael Jackson's glove?
Well, you see, it's more of a decorative and a remembrance of a very famous singer.
Yes, he had a hand in that.
Right, and that's why I wear his glove, you know, just as a remembrance that everybody should know Michael Jackson was a great singer.
He was.
Amongst a few other things, and that's it.
How is married life? I mean, are you having a good marriage?
No, well, yes, I have a good marriage for the simple reason that my wife she just does her thing and I do my thing, see? Because I haven't spoken to my wife in 18 months. I don't like to interrupt her. And then my wife...
I heard if it wasn't for pickpockets, you'd have no sex life at all.
I want to tell you, my sex life is just unbelievable.
Really?
I have a very, very strenuous and strong sex life, see, and a drive. I have to drive 45 miles until I can find my wife. Because she's always shopping, you know. The last time she went shopping, all the stores opened up, and then last week she got sick. So all the stores closed up.
They went out of business.
They went out of business because she was not around. And then she buys everything marked down, see?
She buys everything that's marked down?
Right. And so last week she bought an escalator.
Now wait.
Yeah.
Well, that is marked down.
That's true.
Maybe she wanted a lift.
No, she just likes it marked down. See, she didn't want a lift. No.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, go ahead.
and then my wife, she went to the beauty parlor last week.
Yeah.
She got a mud job.
Oh.
She looked great for 2 days.
Oh, that's okay.
And then the mud fell off.
Oh.
Just terrible, you
I
know.
like that.
Yeah.
You make me think of Henny or Rodney. You're
Well, I don't know if it's Henny or Rodney, but both of them got no respect, you see. And I don't. But anyway, my wife, I miss my wife's cooking as much as I can. and then,
I heard she's a good Cajun cook. Everything is burnt.
right. And even her cooking is so bad that the garbage disposal threw up last week. Just terrible.
No, his wife's cooking is so bad they pray after they eat.
Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here at the Veranda Club. I gave up a lot of plumbing jobs to get here today.
I know, my toilet's in bad shape.
I know, but you know, as it is.
I'm a four-flusher, but that's beside the point.
So what I did is I sent out some prunes to everybody so they'll feel better. Anyway,
I know I'm getting older now. The other day I was at the casino, I pulled a handle and 3 prunes came up.
right, that's right. That's what happened to me too. Except they took the prunes back and I don't know what to do.
Okay, so we covered marriage.
Right.
And what about your mother-in-law?
Oh, my mother-in-law, I want to tell you, I just got back from a pleasure trip.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I took her to the airport. I had one problem, she came back. And my mother-in-law the other day, I said to her, I said, you know, Mom, I said, my house is your house. So last week she sold it. I don't know what to do with that lady, you know, and then...
Didn't you go to the bank, you wanted to check your balance?
Yeah, and the guy came out and he pushed me. And then the other banker gave up his girlfriend because he lost interest. Yeah. And then I made a killing on the stock market
What
last week.
happened on the stock market?
I shot my broker.
Oh, well, that's very good. That's very good. I'm enjoying your humor. How do you remember all these jokes?
I don't know, you have to ask my wife. You know, she's the one that...
Let me tell you something. You can't put down marriage. I found the secret to a healthy, long marriage. Twice a week, a little soft music, a nice restaurant. Lizette goes on Monday, I go on Thursday.
Yeah, well, you know, my wife and myself, we can't have sex anymore, see? Because the minute we both get undressed, we start laughing and we never get anywhere. You know, it's terrible.
How true.
But, you know,
Now he's doing Foster Brooks.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Foster Brooks line where he comes to the wife's room and it's 3 in the morning, he's drunk, and he's knocking on the door, and she says, I know what you're knocking for. He says, yeah, but you don't know what I'm knocking with.
That's just terrible, you know.
The plumbing business.
The plumbing. Well, I wish everybody happy Flushing here, you know.
That's where I come from, Flushing, Queens.
Without happy Flushing, it's
Do
no
you?
good, you know.
Do you come from Queens?
I do.
Really? I come from regular parents. Remember Jamaica Avenue and Hillside Avenue and Union Turnpike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it. Booth Memorial Hospital, that's right. That's right. I remember it very well.
Remember the car wash across the street?
Yes, I used to go in there to take a bath. No, I used to go, you know,
Because I
go.
wouldn't know you then.
Oh, okay. Well, you know when that big thing would come and hit the car? I used to take my friends for a few drinks, blindfold them, take them in there and take off the blindfold. They were like, ah! They were in a Japanese movie, you know.
I was thinking about the honeymoon couple that was driving to the Fontainebleau Hotel
Honeymoon couple driving to the fountain.
after they got married. So while they're driving, he puts his hand on her knee, and she says, you know, honey, you can go further. So he drove to Key West.
That's great. I have to give him credit. You know, Les is 73, and he worked his whole life, and he decided he wanted to do some comedy. So we studied together. You know, we're not getting anywhere, but no, really. And he does a lot of clubs, and the kids, he gets these 18, 19-year-old kids. They've never heard any of these jokes before.
That's right.
So they're hysterically laughing. There isn't a dry seat in the house.
That's right. That's why I made them all wear shorts.
Weren't you engaged once to a girl with a wooden leg?
Yeah, but I broke it off.
Oh, you broke it off.
And I got my mother-in-law so old, they discontinued her blood type.
Oh, they discontinued her blood type.
Yeah, and then they put an airbag on her walker. And then I found out that her social security number is number 1.
You know, it's an amazing thing. When we walk together, people think we're some sort of a comedy team. Like when we came in here today, people talk to us for no reason. They don't even know us. There was a man sitting outside doing a crossword puzzle. He says, excuse me, what is German for brassiere? So I said, I don't know, stop him from flopping. The guy goes, that fits.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's another one you can use.
That's true. Well, did I tell you I went to the restaurant the other day and I said to the owner, do you serve crabs here? He says, yes, we serve everybody. Where would you like to sit? And then I sat down and I said to the waiter, do you have soup on the menu? He said, I wiped it off. I didn't know what to do with that.
I was in that restaurant.
You what?
And I don't like that waiter.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's the guy who, when you order the meatloaf and mashed potatoes, his thumb is in the mashed potatoes.
Oh,
when
why?
you order soup, his thumb is in the soup.
Why?
And when you order coffee, his thumb is in the coffee.
Why?
I yelled at him. I said, why do you do that? That's sick. He says, you have to forgive me. I have an arthritic thumb. And the doctor said to keep it in something warm. So I said, why don't you shove it up your butt? He said, I did that in the kitchen.
Well, did I tell you what happened to me? The waiter came out and I ordered soup and there was a fly in the soup. I said, what's with the fly in the soup? He says he's learning how to do the backstroke. I don't know. And then I went to the police station the other day and all the toilet seats were stolen and now the police have nothing to go on.
Oh.
Right. And did you know that Abraham Lincoln was Jewish?
Abraham Lincoln was Jewish?
Yeah, he was shot in the temple.
Oh, yeah.
And you know why they can't keep Jews in jail? They eat locks.
That's a good point.
Right, and then I got bit by a Jewish frog outside, now I got Schwartz.
Well, listen, I had a film that I just found of when I was 8 days old. It's the only film of my breasts. But they cut the best part out there.
Right, that's true, yeah. Right.
So anyway, listen, to wrap things up,
Yeah.
because I know people want to, it's happy hour somewhere.
I just wanted to tell them about what happened to me when I was born.
What happened?
When I was born, I was so ugly, the doctor turned around and slapped my mother. And then when I went to the doctor for an examination, he says, you know, you got 6 months to live. I said, Doc, I can't pay your bill. He says, all right, I'll give you another 6 months. So then I went to the other doctor, and he says to me, you know, you're going to live till 60. I said, Doc, I am 60. He says, well, I told you so. You know, the only problem with the
Give him
doctor...
a big hand. This man's terrific. He really is.
Thank you. And just to leave you with one other small joke, is that my wife, I went to the rabbi because I thought my wife was trying to poison me. See? So the rabbi said, don't worry about it, I'll call up your wife, we'll find out. So the next day he calls me back and the rabbi says to me, he says, look, I spoke to your wife for 3 hours. Take the poison.
Yes. One more. Wait, one more. This is my favorite one.
joke.
This is my favorite one.
When I was 65, I went to get Social Security, so I walked into the office there, and the lady says to me, well, I have to see your ID and everything, and I went like this. I said, geez, I don't have any ID, I must have left it home. So she says, well, and I said, I'll go home and come back. She says, no, come over here, open up your shirt, and let me look at your gray hairs. So she looks at my gray hairs, and she says, well, you're old enough, you know. I'll give you Social Security. So I went home, and I said to my wife, and told her what happened, and she said, well, you should have dropped your pants. You might have got disability. Anyway, thank you for joining me here at the Veranda Club. That pleasure, George. And
Thank you. Thank you, Aunt Harriet, for having us.
Aunt Harriet, God bless you.